Hi, everybody. My name is Adam Bickford. I'm the Outreach Coordinator for the Colorado State Demography Office. We're here to answer some questions about the building permit data request that you received on November 30th.
Hi, and I'm Nancy Gideon, a demographer in the State Demography Office.
So, Nancy, why are we asking for building permit data?
We are asking for building permit data because housing units are essential to the work we do in producing sub-county population estimates. That is a population estimate for every city, town, and unincorporated area in the entire state. And this is a primary purpose of the State Demography Office, to produce reliable data for all places in the state.
Doesn't the Census Bureau collect building permit data?
Yes, they do, but not for every jurisdiction within the state. Because of that, we request it from all Colorado jurisdictions in order to make sure that our records are complete.
What kind of information are you asking for?
Essentially, we want to know how many new housing units are in your jurisdiction, and we use your building department data in order to do that. So, permits and certificates of occupancy for single-family houses, both detached and attached, duplexes, townhouses, also all multifamily buildings like apartments and condos. We want to know the number of units permitted or CO'd. One permit might be issued for a building with 20 units. We want to know the number of units. In addition, we want the number of new manufactured or mobile homes, which may or may not have received a permit from your jurisdiction. But if you have any data on new manufactured or mobile homes, let us know. Also, we're basically looking for any unit that's officially livable. Guest houses, caretaker units, and especially accessory dwelling units are examples. Please include those in your housing counts.
Do you want building permits for building improvements in non-residential buildings?
No, we're really just looking for new whole housing units. So if you have permits for remodels or residential additions, basement finishes, we don't really need that kind of information. We also don't need permits for barns or other outbuildings, nor for commercial buildings. Now, sometimes an apartment building, especially if it's mixed use, will be permitted as commercial. In that case, let us know how many livable apartment units are in those buildings.
How will you use this data?
We take the housing data that you provide, add it to the number of housing units that were found in your jurisdiction during the last decennial census to come up with a current total number of housing units in your jurisdiction. We then use that housing data to prepare population estimates for cities, towns, and unincorporated areas in every county of the state by applying occupancy rates and persons per household for each, as you can see on this slide.
So how do we submit this data?
So in the email that either Adam or I sent you will be a spreadsheet. Download that spreadsheet and fill in your data. When it's complete, we want you to name the spreadsheet with your jurisdiction's name and county. So title it construction dash the name of your municipality and county. So for example, it would be construction dash Grand Junction, Mesa. If you're reporting for an unincorporated part of a county, simply name it construction dash name of your county. If your jurisdiction is located in more than one county, it's really important that you submit housing data for your city in each county. And we need a separate spreadsheet for each county. So for example, for naming, we would have two for the city of Arvada. We'd have one called construction dash Arvada Jefferson and one called construction dash Arvada Adams. But before you send it, we need to make sure that you've put your contact information in there. It's at the top of the spreadsheet. This slide shows a visual of what the spreadsheet looks like. There are fields on the spreadsheet for each piece of information. We ask for this just to make sure that in case we need to contact you with any questions.
So what are the deadlines?
Ideally, we'd love to have this by December 15th. We have some reporting back to the Census Bureau due in January, so if we receive your data in December, we can submit a thorough comparison back to the Census Bureau. But in terms of creating our own July 1st, 2020 population estimates, we will continue collecting jurisdictions' housing data through March of next year.
Do we have to review past submissions?
Although our priority is for the current year's data, we really encourage you to review your jurisdiction's historical data. On the webpage that you'll see in the letter we sent, you can select your jurisdiction and see what housing data we have on file for you, all the way back to the year 2010. If you notice that some of that data looks wrong or is missing, we'd really appreciate it if you could update that on the same spreadsheet as everything else and send it back to us with the correct information.
So what is that website?
The website is titled the 2020 Residential Construction Data Request, and the address is here on this slide. In addition, you can find it in the email we sent you. Adam and my emails are also available on this slide. But we really encourage you to look at that website because it'll have the answers to all your questions and have all the information you need to successfully complete this data request.
Thanks, Nancy. And thank you all to the communities who are about to submit this information. This information is really essential for us to have accurate estimates of your population so that when you are completing a grant application or have to submit information to other entities, we can give you the right information. Thanks again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.